Welcome to another edition of Dashboard with OJ. On today's edition, I have someone who, unfortunately, I have to look up to, but it's all good. She's a lady, and you can see her face right now. She's very beautiful, and I tend to have this affinity for beautiful ladies. It's not the idea of my fault. It's just what happens every now and then. Before we go on, right away, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that right now, like ASAP, right away. Okay, so we can be a part of your life. Welcome to the show. Kristin Udoh,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for the compliment, by the way.
Yes, it's my pleasure. Thank God we are both sitting down, and for now we are both at
The
equal
same
eye
level.
level. And I would like us to remain this way as long as possible.
Don't worry, you're good. You're
How do you manage? How do you manage? Guys who look up to you in the sense of they're looking up, literally like Kristin Udoh. Can I get your attention, please? How do you manage
I
that?
don't look down on anyone, please.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I don't have an issue with guys that are actually smaller than me.
Okay.
For me, it's not a problem. I have friends that are much smaller than me, and I don't find it weird. They don't find
Can
it
you
weird
date them?
either.
Can you date anybody who is smaller? Or
I mean, I
maybe
probably
not smaller, but who's not as tall as you are?
I probably can. Unfortunately, I'm taken.
Okay.
But I'd always said that height wasn't a thing for me, but subconsciously I think it has been a thing because I've never really dated anyone who was shorter than me. So I don't think I'm discriminating against anyone.
Have you liked any guy who happened to be shorter? Liked in the sense like attracted to?
Yeah, but like it never became anything.
Anything serious.
Yeah, but yeah, so definitely it was never about height
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about what you are most passionate about. I don't know if I know between education, getting people educated, getting to help them out to get best of opportunities outside of Nigeria. You love to sing as well.
Yeah. Guys, I have a YouTube channel, okay?
I'm not asking you.
If he's not
I'm not
gonna,
permitting you.
sell my market,
No,
I'm just
I'm not
going to
permitting
sell
right
my
now.
market.
I'm not permitting you right now to mention the name of your YouTube channel. But obviously, anybody who's watching right now want to know what you do on YouTube. Let me tell you what she does. She just goes to YouTube and she laughs and she sings. You get, and then she just shines her smiley face at you, and then you just subscribe. Man, she's using jazz. She's using jazz on you guys. Let me tell you the truth.
Oh my goodness.
But honestly, you sing.
Yes, I do sing.
Unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I've never heard you sing. I just heard people say it almost everywhere. People tend to introduce you, say, she's a inspirationist.
Wow.
Only by herself, she's a choir.
Wow.
But if you do sing that, you have to do that on my show for us to mention the name of your YouTube channel. That's what you'll be giving to us.
So.
No, okay. Anyway. That is the end of the interview. But really, how did you happen not to have gone into music when you have a good voice and you know that you could have become maybe someone bigger than a Simi in the industry?
It's a typical Nigerian upbringing where you're sent to school to study a certain thing, and you just don't think that parents and people around you and even yourself don't actually believe that doing music is a full-time thing. So I'd always seen it as, I'll sing,
At
on the
church.
weekend at church, or it's just something that you add onto whatever you're doing, but you never really see it as a revenue stream for one. So that's why I never really went into it. And honestly, if I went to school and studied something I didn't enjoy, maybe I would have delved into music as a full-time thing. But then I went and studied business and I fell in love. So for me, business is my number one, entrepreneurship in particular, and then music on the side.
Oh, wow.
Hence the reason why I started a YouTube channel to kind of explore that passion on that level as well.
I would let me give you this last warning. Don't mention anything as regards your YouTube channel until we come to a consensus, like we agree on this little thing. You got to sing first. Don't if you mention it again. I've never been this. I've always been prim and proper on the show, right? But some people just bring out that Nigerianness in you,
guys.
But it's all good. So you into entrepreneurship, you into business, but it's not the pepper and tomato kind of business you're talking about. You're talking about corporate business.
Yes.
You're talking about being a corporate person in some Fortune 500 company and
Yes.
holding some big career stakes and all that.
Yes.
How does someone who, for example, people tend to in Nigeria now without orientation, they just go by what they think is popular. I want my daughter to be a medical doctor, or I want my son to be a lawyer, or I want you to go do medicine, whatever stuff, because they think it's a popular thing and it gives the father or the mother the prestige that, yeah, that's my son, he's a medical doctor. Many of them don't have the orientation. Many of them don't know what it takes to be anything. And after they spend the first 2 years in school, they begin to discover that, okay, I think I'm in the wrong vocation.
Failed.
I personally begged my kid brother. I literally begged him because I was and I still am some 5 years older than him. And I begged him because I was out of school when he was going to school. And I said, dude, I know your strength. You're good at so many things.
Yeah.
And I know you do well in this particular course you're choosing. But for the sake of Nigeria, for the sake of, hey, people tend to just hit the road with the first job they get and they stick to that kind of vocation for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
I said, dude, don't go into engineering, because engineering will take 5 years of your life and 6 years of NYSC. That's 6 years already. And then before you know it, you discover that somehow you just lagging behind and you're stuck. And it took him, it was when he was in his second year going to his third year, he called me to remind me that I begged him and I warned him not to go into engineering. Right now, as we speak, he's a sales manager.
Wow.
He's doing very well. Very, very well. And he's never used engineering for one day in his life.
That's what tends
so
to happen.
how do you think, where do you think we're lacking in our educational system before the pupil or the student now goes into higher school? And how do you think both parents, guardians, and older siblings can help these younger people, pick up the right course and pick up the right career paths in their life?
Yeah. So firstly, I'd say I currently work in an education, in the education field.
Yeah.
So I do business development. So I recruit actually students from Africa.
Okay.
So typically I travel to Nigeria, and my markets are the West.
Okay.
Typically. So I do go to schools in Nigeria. I do go to schools in South Africa and other places like that to recruit students from high school, which would be the secondary education. The schools I target are schools that are international.
Okay.
So the international schools, the British, the American schools, even the Nigerian system, because we do accept the WAEC as well. But the reason why we don't target the other schools, like maybe the government schools and stuff like that, is because for the single reason that they don't actually equip their children,
The students,
okay, yes, to know how to choose what they want to pursue in life.
Okay.
Hence the reason why many students end up looking to their parents for guidance, and their parents end up saying, why don't you go into engineering, medicine, or whatever? This is what you could end up doing with it eventually, and we'll be proud of you, blah blah blah. At that point, the student does not know particularly what they want to do. So I personally feel it's a chain. So it doesn't start when the student graduates. It's something that the student should be, from the first year of secondary school, identifying, what exactly am I great at?
Yeah.
What am I passionate about? And then by the time they graduate, it's not a case of, well, my parents said I should study. I mean, there's still situations like that in those international schools, just because the parents feel they know what's best for the kids. But then if the kid was also super confident in what they wanted to pursue, I'm pretty sure the parents would also understand that actually, we've seen from time that this kid is actually great at this. This kid is great at art, for example, and they would, be better studying interior decoration than studying engineering, medicine. So I feel we actually lack in equipping our students with the right knowledge of what exists and how to transform their skills that are natural, their natural skills, natural given skills into jobs, into what they want to pursue in future. So that's where I personally feel that we lack in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, I studied industrial chemistry.
Wow.
But I'm here right now. And I'm more of, a bookworm. I have a book, almost 2 books, to my name.
Wow.
And, I would have wished that, but because of pride, my dad's pride, because, back then, if you were in the arts, that means you didn't do well in your junior school. And then the arts were for those who didn't do well, and it affected our psychology.
Yeah.
Because when we were in sciences, we felt like, we are the most intelligent, of the whole bunch. I happen to also be a mentor to a GS1 student who, back then when I was his mentor, I mentored him for 2 years, from primary 4 to primary 5, and he attended a public school, a government public school, and this was in Lagos, and Lagos happens to be one of the states where the educational focus on education is way better than compared to some states. Other states. It wasn't a case of my own student being peculiar, my own mentee being peculiar. It was what was a trend. More than 2/3 of them, in fact, if more than 4 or 5 of them, more than 9 over 10 of them couldn't read or write.
Wow.
From primary 4 up until primary 6. And I mentored him for 2 years before he went to junior high school. If that was the only challenge, maybe we would say, okay, there could be some solution, but we'll find cases where the teachers too don't know when they write jargons on the board or when they are not correct and everybody's writing the same thing. Where do you think our challenge is as a country when it comes to education? What do you think we can do to change things? Because if we can't change education, I believe what we have right now was obsolete before we went to school. As an educationist, what do you think we can do about our educational system? Because I believe that it's from there we can say we want to change the society.
Yeah.
So, but what do you think can be done to make a overall that would benefit all of us?
I mean, like, I can start and list a whole bunch of things, training, research, and all of that. But certain things, like things that you say about, teachers, giving wrong information, not even knowing what they're doing and stuff like that, it's a mind thing. If I was a teacher, for example, in a government secondary school, no matter what the situation around me is, if I was passionate about making sure that the kids got the right information, I'll go out of my way to read about it. I'll go out of my way to keep myself informed and actually give them the right education that they need to proceed. I mean, we see all these kind of movies where, there's that one teacher who, does the most to actually make sure the kids are, passionate, getting the right information from them and giving them the right information.
Those are movies, right?
Yes,
yeah.
But
they're well scripted.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it does happen in the Western world.
Well, I had some very good teachers too in my public schools.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. So there'll be a few teachers here and there. I mean, you went to
a public school.
Very public school. And look at you. I'm pretty sure you turned out fine. You turned out fine to me. Doesn't matter.
My dad, I think, was the biggest motivation for
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was mainly your dad.
Basically, I give him all the credit.
Not the school, obviously.
All the credit. Moving on quickly.
No, but I mean, I could.
Yeah.
That's why I said I could go ahead and list a whole bunch of things, but it starts from the person, the individual that is the teacher, or the individual that is the principal of the school, or whatever that can affect any change for it to cut across everywhere. It's a mindset thing. I mean, at that age, kids don't really know. They're going to school to learn, right? Even their parents might not particularly know. Some of their parents don't even speak English. Some of their parents can't read or write. So I can't say the kid can go out of their way to learn about it, because that's not even an option, because they're going to school to go and learn. So it starts from the faculty. It starts from the body of the school. And if it's a government school, it then starts from the government.
Yeah.
Being able to supply the right, resources for the school to be able to give the right training to those children. That's the only way we can effect the change.
So it's back at the feet of the government.
As always.
As always, do you think the government can do all of this for us? Do you think our government is capacitated to do such things, to do these things for us?
I mean, I don't like talking about the Nigerian government and the politics. I mean, because we can sit back and poke holes into things that they could do, things that they couldn't do, whatever. I mean, like, I'm not the kind of person that likes to rely on people for anything. Like, I don't like to blame people for what I'm going through, or whatever issue is happening around me. I'd rather say, okay, it's my issue. I'm gonna find a way to solve it. It's my problem. So, I mean, we can point fingers at the government, poke holes in everything that they're doing. As far as we know, they're doing the best that they can, right? Let's just put it at that. It's now down to the school and the individuals, meaning the faculty, to be able to then pass across the right information that the kids need.
Okay, so what's obtainable outside of the school? The jobs that certain are available right now. What do you think will be the most desirous job or the most sought after job in the next 10 years, so that people who are in school or who are about to go to school would, kind of fine tune the what do you think are the most desirous jobs or the most paying job in the next 5 to 10 years?
I'd say anything that has to do with business analytics, or tech, because those are the skills that employers are looking out for. And actually, the school I work for at the moment just recently updated their curriculum to include analytics and analysis, because that's like, it's highly crucial. Okay. The thing is, you can have a whole pile of data in your hands and not know what to do with it. Being able to analyze it and then change your strategy after analyzing it is definitely what we need. It's definitely what's going to be it's already starting. People are already looking for hints of it here and there. So if you're going into school now, go for anything that is a mix of business and technology, because look back, your parents were in business. IT has been growing and it's still growing. So anything that's a bit mix of both, or you can take one on the undergraduate level and take the other on the master's level if you want. But I'd say tech and business, forever growing. It never fades, and that's what employers are looking for. Even if you didn't study it and you've researched and learned about it on your own, I'd say definitely go ahead and pursue that and get the right skills that can help you. I was actually interviewing a student the other day, because for them to get accepted, we need to do an assessment interview. Even though we've seen their transcripts, we've seen everything. It's a great student. And this girl started coding at 13. She has her own technology business. This girl I'm talking about is only 16 years today. She's learned all the 3 languages of coding, things I don't even know. I'm interviewing her and she's just going on and on and on and on and about how she knows what she wants. And that's what I said is the difference between the government school and the private schools. Because this girl, she used to go to an American international school in Nigeria. And, how did she find herself in a situation where she's focused to learn how to code and sitting through it for many, many months until she learned all 3 languages? It's stuff that, the public school cannot give.
But not all of us can go to private schools, you know that?
That's what I'm saying, of course. But that's what I'm saying. If the public school at least, amps it up a little bit so that the kids are aware that there are even resources outside that they can help
Okay.
themselves to, because the private school did not tell her.
Okay.
The other students that went to her school, they're not equally as, great as her. What I'm saying is, she learned that the resources were available and then went out and looked for it herself and learned those skills herself.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are loads of students in the public schools who want to go there, to find the resources, who wish they had access to certain resources. And if only the school told them, then maybe.
Okay, so tech and business, these are the
Yes.
things that you think will
Are
still be
growing
very
fields.
relevant.
Yes.
For the next thing is that how come
Yes.
you didn't mention music? You just don't want people to go into music because you didn't go into music, right?
Hey, I didn't say anyone shouldn't go into music. Music is a forever language. Music is a language that everyone in the world understands. Whether you speak English, no English, Yoruba, Hausa, whatever you speak, French, Spanish, we all listen to the same Justin Bieber, Wizkid, Davido,
Yeah.
all of them. Music is music. So music will forever be there. It's just not something I would personally go into as a full-time role.
Yeah.
But in 5 years, that's why I said, when you're going into school,
Yeah.
you can go and study music if everyone around you is very supportive
Yeah.
of it. No doubt. I don't know what country your YouTube market is in, but if it's Nigeria and you want to go into music and your parents are happy for you to go into music, please go into music, because you have all the support you have. It's not going to be easy. I know that everyone says it's a hustle, especially in Nigeria, to break into the industry and stuff like that. Everything is a hustle to break into.
Yeah.
So, if that's really what you think you're called to do, and, you think that everyone around you is supportive about it, please go ahead and do it. Ultimately, I want to... The reason why I didn't focus solely on music is because I can't sit in one place.
You're restless?
No, I'm not restless.
Okay.
I just can't do one thing
Okay.
alone.
Oh.
So...
Was your grandma into business?
Huh?
Your grandma? Was she into business?
Yes.
Okay. What about your mom?
No.
Your dad?
IT. Both of them IT.
IT?
Yes.
Your parents are into IT?
Yes.
At what age did they get into IT?
When they were younger.
Wow.
That's why I said the time is now.
Okay.
The time is now. They got into IT when it was nothing, and they were part of the people that grew the IT business.
Wow.
Especially in Nigeria. So, yeah.
You're good. So before you go, she's mentioned YouTube over 3,000 times in the space of 10-20 minutes of this interview. I don't normally do this. I don't usually do this, but she's got this. She's just who she is. She's Christian, so she has to. Let me even talk to you about our YouTube stuff. She makes. Do you eat pasta? Right, she eats pasta. Right, she does a lot of pasta eating in the singing way.
Wow.
So the way Chinese eat noodles. That's what she does singing. So she does it very, very well. So you help us with the name of your YouTube channel, right? Was it
Kristin Udoh?
Kristin Udoh?
Yes.
Just your name?
Yes.
What if when you change your name, what's gonna happen to your YouTube channel?
It will just be... I don't know. We'll discuss it. I don't know. It might remain the same. I don't know.
Okay, so you basically sing and do what?
I just do lifestyle stuff. So my singing part, I do mashups, covers.
Oh.
Mainly mashups and covers. And then I do lifestyle vlogs, so events. Basically everything that I find fun.
Okay, so right now she's gonna do a mashup for us. Pick a song and do the mashup. I know how to listen.
Only if you sing along with me.
Well, if it's a song I know, I could know the chorus. Let me see. Pick a song. Let me tell you if I know it or not.
I wanna be a billionaire.
I know this part. I know that part. So let's do it. So how are
we mashing it up? So we need to choose another song that we're going to mash it up with.
Okay, so what song are we going to mash it up with? Let's look at this. Do you know Sonny Ade?
I know some of his songs.
Which song do you know?
Okay, you tell me a song and I'll tell you if I know it.
Hey, Sonny Ade, Joe. Let me see. Wait. Sonny Ade, why? Sonia Ade now. You just Sonia Ade.
I don't think I know.
You don't know Sonia Ade?
I know Sonia Ade. I don't
know
think
why.
I don't know why his song is not
songs-
coming to my mind as well.
I don't know.
But that's not the person I would have chosen.
Okay, so let's
to
see.
mash up.
I just wish Sonia Ade didn't film it right now. I'm blaming Sonia Ade for forgetting. Okay, so pick on that one quickly.
Ebenezer
Obey, Salawa Benny. I want to mash up two different generations.
Right. Fella.
Okay, which one?
Lady.
My lady no be so. My lady no be so. Lady no master. Okay, let's do this.
So you sing one and I sing the other.
No,
that's a
me.
mashup.
I can't sing to
But
save
you
my
were
life.
just singing it.
Is this one singing? No.
No, it's a mashup. That's how you mash it up.
You do the mashup. I'll do the listening, please. Let me just listen to you.
Okay.
Then. Yeah. You have a better voice so that they don't run away from my YouTube channel. I take a big one. I don't go. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're mashing up Fella's Lady
Yeah.
and Tenny's Billionaire.
Oh,
So here goes.
Let's do it.
If you call am woman, Africa woman, she no go gree. She go say, I be lady. Oh. If you call am woman, Africa woman, she no go gree. He go say, she go say, I be lady. Oh. Billionaire.
Come on. Let's go.
I wanna be a billionaire.
Hey, let me spray money.
Billionaire. Yeah.
Where's my money? Hey. Are you done?
I'm done. That's the
No,
mashup.
Sing the verse. Oh my god.
I don't know. So those two songs I actually don't know the verses of.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you do on your YouTube channel. Definitely,
Yes.
people love this kind of stuff. Not like my hard stuff. Mine is too serious.
Yeah.
Too serious.
It's
So what
not.
made you start this?
I mean, I do it everywhere.
Subconsciously.
Yes, I'm sitting at my desk at work and I'm singing and I'm mixing songs and
And
I'm
you're
like,
jumping from one song to the
yes,
other.
jumping. You know,
I think we would have put Burna Boy into this too.
I love Burna
And then
Boy, by
Dodie.
the way.
Ah!
Also, I recently did a
Okay.
Burna Boy mashup of all his African Giant songs.
Are you the lady?
So my
Wait, are you the lady
that did what?
that was popular for Burna Boy's stuff? I saw something like that on social media.
No, I don't think it was me. Or...
Okay, so you want to do this one for us again? Burna Boy, let's do this in less than 1 minute. From
trying to
back in the day,
remember.
Burna Boy.
I don't even know any back in the day Burna Boy.
I'm talking about 4 or 5 years ago. That one I did in the swimming pool. Hey God. Okay, you did that mashup. Yeah, do it again.
I did his new album, like
Okay,
a mashup of his new album.
his new album. Okay,
Yes,
let's start with you. Start with you. I'm with you on this one.
I'm trying to remember the beginning or how did I start this mashup.
okay.
Why can't they just go and watch it on my
You should go and watch it.
channel?
Yeah, you want to drive them from my channel to your channel. Oh my god. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's free. I'm gonna do that for you right now. So go right now. After you subscribe to Dashboard with OJ, go straight to Kristin Udoh. Kristin is spelled with a K, right?
Yes.
Kristin.
STINUDOH.
Yep, and of course, go subscribe and follow her for the rest of your life.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll see some other time. Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh, this was nice.